guys, it's PonkyPlays. Welcome to a Watcher of Realms video. So I'm finally getting around to doing the hopefully much anticipated video where I'm showcasing in this specific video my top damage dealers from my specific roster of heroes that I own for the guild boss specifically. It was a lot more work than I first thought it was gonna be. There's a lot that I needed to check out for specific heroes. I had to try out a lot of different gear on each one and see which one worked better, and also what like team setup, especially for like champions that have multiple affinities, or not affinities but factions. See which faction lord was best for them, and yeah, there was definitely a lot that went into it. But I hope you guys enjoy. I definitely thought that it was really fun going through, and it helped get way more familiarized with every single hero that I own, at least every single damage dealing hero that I own, and it was really fun. It was definitely also really helpful at understanding the game mechanics a lot more than I used to. So if you guys have the time and the patience and the willpower to do it, I would recommend it, because it's definitely really, at least if you enjoy these parts of the game, I think it's enjoyable, and it's really nice to get a hold of your roster in general, because I didn't just do my legendaries, I also did all my epics. But yeah, again, I don't have every single champion, so I was only able to test out the champions that I do own. But yeah, some of the champions actually really surprised me in both ways, by how much damage they did deal and by how much damage they didn't do, unfortunately. But again, this video is just going to focus on my top damage dealers, so I'm going to make it a top 22, because there's 22 champions in specific that did over the like average damage. I feel like, at least with my specific gear sets and stuff, the mid-tier damage that I was able to deal was like in the mid 50,000s. So the ones that I'm showcasing are the ones that did over 70,000 damage. Blood damage, I guess. No, I guess not blood, because blood doesn't translate to the specific damage. But yeah, just really quickly showing you guys the roster that I have. And without further ado, I'll go ahead and show you, I guess, from least damage to my highest damage dealer and their best builds, and then I'll show you guys the final team that I decided to go with for my clan boss. And I was able to, right now I still have not gone through the abyss, so I'll have to probably do this whole thing all over again for the abyss specifically, but I was able to get the max damage that I need to on Nightmare, Nightmare 4, which is awesome. So maybe this will help you guys also see what kind of builds and team setups you guys can do for your own Nightmare teams. And yeah, also let me know if you guys want to see the damage that every single champion I own do, or like a top 20 worst damage dealers or something along those lines, because I have the information of every single hero that I own, so I definitely can do a lot of different videos regarding the clan boss. So if you guys want to see anything else, let me know. But without further ado, let me go to the top 22nd champion. So first up, number 22 on our list is gonna be Astrael, which many of you might actually have, since he was a fragment not too long ago. So first of all, I did try everybody with a main damage set and a main speed set to see which they would prefer, whether they wanted more speed or more damage. Obviously, most champions deal damage based on attack, but I also did try the champions that care about defense as their damage or HP as their damage, respectively, obviously. But Astrael himself cared more about just all-out damage. So these are my best damage dealing sets for attack-based damage dealers. So I've got this not Calamity, Warlord weapon with this Warlord chestplate. I'm sure I might be able to get a better one if I ascend one of the, I think these are Calamity breastplates, but this one's still very decent. I could definitely re-roll it to get even better rolls, but it worked for the test, right? And then these are my best Calamity damage dealing sets, or not Calamity, Cataclysm. So I've got this Bangle, which I had to re-roll, but I was able to get this really good substats after a decent amount of re-rolls. Same thing with this amulet. It's a really good amulet with really good substats, but obviously it did not look like this when I first got it. And then this Esoterian Order ring. I actually have a few rings that are really good in Cataclysm, but this is the one that I used on most everybody because I guess it's just the ones that had the best overall stats. But yeah, he also is wearing the Helm of Helios. He also does have more potential for damage, mostly though from his A1 because I don't have it fully skilled out. The others are more of a supportive skills. And then I'm sure getting his skill cost down for his ultimate would also help in the long run. But yeah, he dealt 75,785 as the most damage I was able to get out of him, which was not bad at all. Definitely a very good champion. And his best lord was also Nightmare Council. Yeah, so Torador, that's the only Nightmare Council legendary lord I have. He was best under him. So let's go on to the next ranked. Okay, so in 21st place, we've got Xena, however you say her name. So she also is wearing the exact same. She clearly cared more about just flat out damage than attack speed. And yeah, she is also wearing the Wailing Skull as her best artifact. And she does have more damage potential through Awakening, so the damage that I was able to get out of her is most likely able to actually go up a decent amount. So she very likely could be up higher in the rank, or would be, I would say, much higher in the rank if I had her fully skilled out. She was one that actually really surprised me. Also, she is one champion that you would have to manual a lot, at least on the playtest, and then afterwards, obviously, it'll just auto-run the run that you did. But you need to be summoning and then recalling her and then summoning her again because her damage escalates each time she gets resummoned, and it does actually do more damage than if you just had her out the whole time. I did test it out, so I know for sure that that's the case. So I did try her out with Volca as well, just so that it could help cheapen the cost. And I basically just let her be out until her ultimate went away fully, I believe. At least I think, because she does increase her attack and damage reduction for 30 seconds, but her ultimate only lasts 20, although it does go up by 5 seconds when you have it fully skilled out. So I do think I left her out for the full 30 seconds though, and then recalled her. But yeah, obviously she's only an Infernal, so having an Infernal Lord is going to be best for her. I have Twin Fiend, so it was really good. And she dealt a total of 75,894 damage at the max. Let's go on to the next one. So speaking of Volca, at rank place 20, I guess, we have Volca herself. I have gotten far enough in the, the wave, the tide, to get her all of her souls. So I have her awakened 5, so that actually didn't make quite the damage difference. But her build is the same as the last two. She cares more about full-on damage than she does about attack speed when it comes to damage output, which there will be, I believe, some that like attack speed more. But Volka's not one of those. I do have her exclusive gear, but Wailing Skull was just better for her damage-wise against the boss. It might be better in other areas to have her with her exclusive. I don't have her exclusive very high though, so that also might make a difference. She's fully skilled out though for me, so the damage that I dealt is basically the most damage I'm gonna be able to get out of her in general. But yeah, she was able to deal 76,333 damage. Really, really good, and she's also bringing a lot extra to her kit, so definitely not a bad one. And she's obviously a Nightmare Council, so Torador or whoever lord you have as a Nightmare Council is going to be the best lord for her. Moving on. Okay, on place 19, spot 19, rank 19, whatever you want to say, we have our first epic. She is a lord, an Esoterian lord, Vixera. Poisons are really good apparently. Yeah, she does have the normal build. I think the reason specifically for poisons and probably burners and whatnot that this is their best build is because of the fact that poisons scale off of the caster's attack. So having as much attack bonus as possible is going to be the best for your poisoners, burners, so on and so forth. Also, she's getting the bonus from my Esoterian Order Cataclysm set, which helps her a lot. She does have the Tear of Twilight as her exclusive artifact. Or not exclusive artifact, just artifact in general. And then she is fully skilled out. I have her fully awakened. She did really good, and there's not a lot of epics on the top damage dealing list, so she stands out as one of them. She dealt 76,892 damage, and obviously Esoterian. She can be her own lord, or if you have a legendary lord, that would be better just because of the extra stats. But there you go. Vixera at number 19. So in 18th place, we've got Ares, which I think all of his skills are AoE damage skills, which is very shocking. Most AoE damage dealers, I'm just gonna say it now, were pretty underwhelming, so he stands out as incredible. Yeah, so he's got the normal gear, of course, so he cares more about damage than attack speed. I mean, still, there's a lot of attack speed on here, regardless. So it's not like this set is giving little attack speed, but this is still more focused on damage than it is attack speed, I guess. And then for artifact, he's got the Wailing Skull. He is fully skilled out for me, so that means that unless I get him awakened, he's not really going to be getting more damage for me. But, I mean, he dealt a lot of damage. His best lord was the Esoterian Lord. I have Nastia, which is... she's gross. So, I mean, I don't know if that will be the case if your lord is like Venoma, or... I forget what the other lord's name is. But he's the one that I don't own. He's the Defender, I think. I don't know if those two will still have him dealing more damage than a Watchguard Lord, but, you know, it just depends. You'll have to try him out. But yeah, he was able to deal 76,933 damage for me. Very, very decent, especially for an AoE damage dealer. Let's go on to the next. Okay, so on number 17, we've got Silas, and he is going to be the first champion that's actually going to have a different set other than Cataclysm. So he's got the regular weapon and chestplate, or breastplate, I guess. But he is wearing the Hell's Lament. I think it is mostly because of his exclusive. This could definitely be re-rolled to better stats. Definitely not the best substats. I mean, crit rate, crit damage, and rage regen is great. I would love to have attack speed, but more than anything, I'm talking about how high they rolled. But it does give him increased damage of soul sniping to 160%. So really, really nice. This Hell's Lament actually focuses more on attack speed. So I don't know if he necessarily is more of an attack speed focused one as well. It's possible that if I had a attack damage or a crit damage one on here, that might help deal more damage than what he's got on, but I don't have a whole lot of Hell's Lament options. I mean, like, this might not be bad, right? But it would drop his crit rate. Like, I don't have great options for Hell's Lament. If I had something better, though, I definitely would want to try and test it out between, like, attack bonus over attack speed. But, I mean, he still dealt really good damage. He does have the Blightcaller's Claw as his best damaging piece. I do have his exclusive, but I don't have it very high at all. So it's possible that having his exclusive maxed out would actually deal more damage than the Blightcaller's Claw, but between a level 10 exclusive and a level 25 Blightcaller's Claw, the Claw definitely was better for him. I do have him fully skilled out, and I have Vierna, so this will definitely make a difference to his damage. So there is that for those of you that don't have him, you know, with his partner. It will make a big difference. Also, since Silas is just a Piercer, Piercer Lord is going to be his best Lord. I have Yovar, which is a very, very nasty Lord. But, you know, Araka or any of the epics are going to be just fine for him as well. And his most damage that I was able to get out of him was 77,595. Okay, at spot 16, we're going to have Deimos. Yeah, Deimos did a very good amount of damage. So for those of you that don't have a lot of legendaries but do own a Deimos, I would definitely recommend using him in your clan boss. He's got the normal damaging set, back to Cataclysm. And then he also has Wailing Skull as the best artifact for him. I do have him fully skilled out and at max awakening, so that's definitely, you know, it means I'm not going to get any more damage out of him specifically. And then he is a Nightmare Council, so the Nightmare Council Lord is going to be the best for him, obviously. He was capable of dealing 77,830 damage. Not bad. Okay, in 15th place, we have got Araka. She actually kind of surprised me by the damage that she dealt. I don't know why, but I just wasn't expecting her to deal as much damage as she did. She's got the normal damaging set. Again, I think the reason why she cares more about just full-on attack is because she deals poison damage, which scales off of the caster's attack. So it makes sense that her attack is gonna be the most important stat, right? She also, her best artifact was her exclusive, which I only have at level 10. I mean, leveling it up is not really gonna affect too much. She's just gonna get to her ultimates a little faster. But the biggest increase to her damage, I guess, is just gonna be the base stats here. But yeah, being able to stay on her spider form after the third usage of the ultimate definitely is much better for her. She also does have more damage capability for me because I haven't fully skilled her out. So actually a good chunk, I want to say, of damage there. I do have her awakened too, though, so that definitely does help with her damage. But yeah, Araka was able, I mean, obviously she's a piercer, so she can be her own lord, or you can have Yovar, which actually Yovar was the better lord for her. But if you don't have Yovar, she's perfectly fine as her own lord. And then she was able to deal a total of 78,256 damage, which again, she can deal more, so she could possibly be higher up on this tier list. Who knows? Okay, at number 14, we've got Valeria. So she is obviously going to be equipped with the normal, but I do own her exclusive amulet. So this was actually able to deal more damage than the amulet I have. The other amulet I have, which is obviously got a lot better substats, at least the rolls and whatnot. So it's surprising that even though this has a lot better substats and it gives her attack speed and whatnot, this one does not. Her exclusive just help deal more damage. I mean, her crit rate or crit damage goes up, increases vulnerability, physical damage inflicted by plunging slash to 25. Maybe that's why. Could definitely be. It definitely helps. I don't have a maxed out flux pendant because I almost think that that would be better for her damage wise than the Wailing Skull. But as I have it now, Wailing Skull was the best one for her. I do want to say that she has an exclusive too, but I don't own it, and I don't know how great her exclusive is actually. It might just be that Flux Pendant might be better for her, but again, I can't try it out, so there's that. She also has capability for more damage because I don't have her fully skilled out, so that would definitely help. I have her Awakened 1, which does make a bit of a difference, right? And then I don't have a legendary Chaos Lord, so I can't say for sure if a Chaos Lord would be better for her or not. But as I have it now, Torador was the best Lord, so Nightmare Council. But yeah, she was able to deal 78,820 damage. So in 13th place, we have Lucius. He actually has a bit of a jump in damage, and he is the first one that the best set was the Infernal Roar for. So my Infernal Roar is also one that focuses on attack speed, so he cares more about attack speed than he does just full on attack. He's wearing my normal ancient weapon and chestplate, and then my Infernal Roar pieces. The Bangle focuses on attack, but it's also got attack speed, crit rate, crit damage. The amulet is a attack speed based amulet, and it's got pretty good substats. And then I've got a crit damage ring. I don't know if the crit damage would make much of a difference if it was an attack damage, right? But again, attack speed, crit rate, attack bonus, and then some survivability. And then for his artifact, we've got the Blightcaller's Claw, which is pretty much what most marksmen have as their best artifact. He does have more damage potential, because I don't have him fully skilled out. But I will say that he is one that is really tricky in a way, because when you do the playtest or the first run before it saves, you are just going to never ult him. So you're going to have to manual ult everybody else, because he wants to be in his damnation demonic embrace form. This is the one that deals a lot of damage to bosses. I don't know if the ultimate is better for like waves and whatnot, or if the demonic embrace is best for waves as well, but yeah, you just wanna not get his ultimate on because it removes all domination from him and makes it so that he cannot be in Demonic Embrace. And again, there was a considerable amount of damage difference between letting him ult the way he wanted to and just letting him get to the Demonic Embrace. He's a Watch Guard, so having a Watch Guard Lord is going to be best for him, obviously. But yeah, he was able to deal 86,615 damage, so almost 10,000 more damage than the last one. Pretty good. Okay, so in 12th place, we've got Salazar. He was very good. He's got the normal damaging sets that I have on most of my champions. I will say, though, that he does have a exclusive piece on Hell's Lament. So if I did have a really good like substat piece on here, that might actually be best for him. And Hell's Lament might be the better choice for him, but unfortunately they don't have like crazy great substats on my personal Hell's Lament pieces for him. But it sounds very simple, increases slashing blitz number of strikes by 2, but it actually does add up. But yeah, because of the fact that I don't have great pieces of his exclusive gear, the Cataclysm was best for him. I was thinking that attack speed was going to be best for him, honestly, but apparently he still prefers just all-out attack. And then also, I have him with the Scarlet Hunt. He was actually a lot better with Scarlet Hunt than he was with the Wailing Skull. I do think that his exclusive would be better for him as well than the Scarlet Hunt, but I don't have it super high. So, because basically his exclusive is a Scarlet Hunt plus a little extra. So, definitely his exclusive, if you have it really high up in Awakenings or whatever they're called, promotion, I guess, then go for his exclusive. I do have him fully skilled out, and I have his partner skill, but his partner skill doesn't really help with damage, it's just survivability. And then he's a Nightmare Council, so have a Nightmare Council Lord, and he's all set, and the bleed is really nice, because not only is it dealing consistent damage to the enemy, but it also helps all physical damage dealers deal 10% more damage. So Salazar is great. And his best damage that I was able to get out of him was 86,707. Okay, on 11th place, we've got Moradin, who was a limited, I guess it's still a limited, champion. So for those of you that did go for him, he's really great. I mean, 11th place out of all my champions. Sure, he's not top 10, but he's basically there, right? His best gear is the normal gear. He does get the extra bonus from the Esoterian Order ring, so that's really nice. And then I've got his exclusive artifact, which was definitely the better artifact. Not only is increasing his damage, but every time he does his ultimate and when he's deployed, he's doing the 20% vulnerability to physical and magic damage. It's really, really, really good. I do have him fully skilled out. I don't have Valara, so I don't know how much damage potential that might unlock for him, if any. But yeah, he is both Esoterian and Nightmare Council. The Esoterians did really good for him, but the Nightmare Council was his best lord. So there is that. But yeah, he's definitely a good one. He was able to deal 90,501 damage at best. So really, really solid. Okay, so now we're on the top 10, and at the 10th spot, we've got Lost. She is nasty. She has got the normal gear like everybody else, which means that she cares more about flat out damage than she does attack speed, obviously. And then I do have her exclusive artifact at 19. Her exclusive was the best over any of the other damage dealing for fighters. Which kind of makes sense because it does do a decent amount for her. So definitely pretty nice. I do have her fully skilled out, but I don't have her partner skill, which I'm sure this would help deal a decent chunk more damage with the burning. And then if I had her awakened 1 as well, being able to place the defense reduction would be awesome. She is a Nightmare Council, so the Nightmare Council Lord is going to be best for her, clearly. And she was capable of dealing 91,685 damage. Okay, so at number 9, we've got our last and our best damage dealing epic champion in Alicia. She's also a Lord and an Arbiter, so I guess makes sense that she would be the best damage dealing for, at least for a boss, as an Arbiter Lord, right? She's got the normal damage dealing sets, so nothing new or exciting there. And then she does have the Wailing Skull as her best artifact. I have her fully skilled out, and I have her fully awakened as well. And then obviously she can be her own Lord. But I did use Praetus because Praetus' Lord skill is just that much extra better than hers. But yeah, she did really well. I mean, she outdamaged a lot of legendaries. So really, really crazy there. And she was able to deal 92,531 damage. Speaking of Praetus, we've got Praetus at number 8. So he actually dealt more damage than the epic, but not by a crazy amount. And I have him awakened 2 as well. I mean, more awakenings, more damage, right? And I've got the epic fully awakened, so I guess there's that. But yeah, he's also in the exact same gear as she is, which makes sense because they both do the Radiant Erosion. Is that what it's called? I think. Yeah, which basically is like true damage type thing, which again means that they're gonna want as much attack as possible. My Praetus is fully skilled out. He, again, normal gear, and he's got the Tear of Twilight, and he's gonna be his best Lord, obviously. Really, really strong, but does get out damaged by others, so there is that. But yeah, he was able to deal 95,510 damage. Okay, so at number 7, we've got Yovar. And Yovar is going to be the first champion that's going to have a different set for the gear or the weapon and breastplate, right? So his best is going to be Wicked Vengeance because of his exclusive piece. It's a really good weapon, by the way. And it triggering Infinite Blade grants 30% damage increase for 5 seconds. So makes sense why that would be better for him. The breastplate I have for Wicked Vengeance though is definitely not the best. It definitely could use better rerolls. I need to reroll it just in general. But it's got really good substats. Crit rate, crit damage, attack speed, rate regen. Awesome. So yeah, and then obviously just the normal Cataclysm set. And then his best artifact is the Blight Caller's Claw. I don't have his exclusive, so I couldn't test that out. It's very possible that that would have been his better one. I have him fully skilled out, so there's that. He's not awakened at all. He's gross. He's really, really strong. And obviously he's going to be his best Lord. His Lord skill is really strong. It basically just extra 15% damage that stacks up to 3 times. The longer that they're out, the stacks get raised, right? Really good. So yeah, he was able to deal a total of 104,492 damage. So was able to break over that 100,000 damage that all the other ones weren't able to. Really good. What else can I say? So at number 6, we've got Zilitu. She dealt really good damage, and obviously she's got the normal gear set. I just show it so that everybody can see that it's a normal gear set. And she's got the Wailing Skull as her best artifact. She is fully skilled out for me. I don't have her awakened at all. I think other than her awakening 3, I think it's yeah, because that extends the duration of her ultimate. I think that's the only one that's gonna like make much of a difference. I mean, extra crit damage is gonna be nice, and I guess Ray Treason is fine too, but the others aren't really gonna impact her damage, I don't think. At least against the clan boss, right? So there is that. But yeah, she is an Infernal Blast, so that's gonna be the best lord for her, right? I have Twin Fiend. Twin Fiend is great. I have him awakened 1, which is great. But yeah, Zillitu was able to deal a total of 109,890. So, again, very high damage. Okay, so in 5th place, we have got Falcia, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why, but I just was not expecting that much from Falcia. And she really surprised me. She has the normal damage dealing set, right? Nothing exciting there. She is an esotericist though, on top of a northerner. So the esotericist ring was able to get that extra benefit from it. Her best artifact was her exclusive. I don't have it maxed out, so there's more damage there as well. But yeah, I have her fully skilled out and not awakened at all or anything. And surprisingly enough, shockingly enough, the best lord for her was a northerner lord. More importantly, Elder. I don't have actually King Heart. I only have Elder as a northerner lord for at least legendary northerner lord. But he is the one that increases damage with his lord skill. He champions under shields get 20% extra attack, which is nice because it's not just 20% extra damage, it's 20% extra attack, which is actually very significant. And I think the reason why Falcia is best with a northerner lord is because she just can keep a constant shield up. It is ridiculous. She is just really good at shielding herself. And then her shield's damage is, or strength is based on her attack. And she deals extra damage equal to her shield strength. So the higher her attack, the higher her shield, which means the higher the damage in general as well. Yeah, now she, again, shocked me by how much damage she actually dealt, and especially by the fact that a northerner lord was the best lord for her, because I feel like northerner lords were never the best option unless they had absolutely no other option than to have a northerner lord as their lord, right? I mean, she still did really good in esotericist, so don't get me wrong there, but having Elder be a better lord than Nastia, for her at least, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, she was able to deal a total of 110,578 total damage. Really good. Okay, so in 4th place we have got Lyra. She's great. She is really good. She's got the normal damage set. The only difference is that instead of wearing the Esoterian ring, she actually has the Infernal Blast ring, which helps her deal more damage, surprisingly. It does make it so that she doesn't have max crit rate, so it's shocking that it does do more damage for her, especially because the Esoterian ring also benefits her. But yeah, I guess the Infernal Blast ring just was better. She does have the Tear of Twilight, and then she's fully skilled out. Yeah, she's really good. She is a Infernal Blast and an Esoterian. She does really good damage as Esoterian, but because of her Cosmic Rift's ability to mimic Twin Fiend and Pyros' attacks with their Lord skill, she actually deals more damage with the Infernal Lords. So there is that. She deals really, really good damage. The most damage I was able to get out of her was 119,073. So on third place, the top three, we have got Nastia. She is obviously as nasty as her name implies. She wears the normal because she's a poison damage dealer, which means her attack being as high as possible is a priority because of poison, being based off of the caster's attack. She is wearing the Esoterian ring, because she's an Esoterian. I don't think it's very common for lords to be multiple factions. Most of them, I'm pretty sure, are just single faction. But yeah, she's wearing the Tear of Twilight, and she is fully skilled out because obviously I was going to skill her out fully. She's really gross. She was able to deal a whopping 128,869 damage. She was great. So in second place, we've got Hex. He actually, I just very recently got him to Awaken 5. Before that, he was just slightly under Nastia in damage. But yeah, the A5 definitely did a significant boosting his damage. He's going to be the second person with the Wicked Vengeance. I think that's what it's called, right? Because he's got the exclusive, which actually is very significant. During the ultimate, increases penetration by 5. And he can stay on his ultimate for a really long time if you've got him at the very least Awakening 5 or 3. But even then, he's got a 30-second ultimate, so it's a very long-lasting ultimate. His best chest blade is going to be this one. It's alright, but it definitely could be rerolled to better. And then he's got the normal damage-dealing Cataclysm set. And for artifacts, I've got the Blightcaller's Claw. I don't own his exclusive, unfortunately. I'm sure that the exclusive would make a good chunk of extra damage difference, but as it is right now, it's fine. I have him fully skilled out. I don't have Twyla, but it wouldn't really deal or help him deal any extra damage. It just helps his survivability a little bit, and his cost, I guess, is reduced. Yeah, but yeah, he was capable of dealing a decent chunk of damage. He is both Infernal and a Piercer, but he is best under a Piercer Lord, at least Yovar as his Lord. I'm not sure if he would be better with an Infernal Lord if it's between like Twin Fiend and Araka, but with Yovar, he's definitely better as a Piercer. And he was able to deal a total of 159,227 damage. And then at number 1 place, we've got Sun Wukong, who does definitely deal nasty damage. I have him A4, and I'm sure getting his A5 would be an extra big chunk of damage, because his A5 is pretty gross. So he's got the normal damaging gear that I have on most everybody. And then for his artifact, his exclusive is definitely the best. I only have it at level 13, so it can definitely get even more damage, which is kind of nasty. I have him fully skilled out, and then he's both a Nightmare Council and a Watchguard, but for the lords that I have, which is, I have Leia, I believe is her name, and I have Torador. His best lord is going to be Torador, so a Nightmare Council. He was capable of dealing a total of 173,256 damage, so over double the the amount of the 22nd place. So that's kind of nasty. So there we got all of the top damage dealing champions and their best builds. Now I'm gonna go ahead and really quickly build all of the champions that I'm using for Clan Boss and show you their builds. And I'll show you the run really quickly and call it good for the video. Okay guys, so I'm back and I'm gonna show you the people that I'm actually using for my Clan Boss runs, I guess. So I am doing Piercers and Esoterians. I did try Esoterians and Nightmare Council. Those two, or I guess those three, were my best damage dealer factions, I guess. And they did about the same, but I think I prefer the setup for the Esotericists and Piercers better. So yeah, that's what I went for. So Hex is wearing the best damage dealing set because he's my best damage dealer in this setup. So again, you guys already saw his gear on this, but I'll just show it really quickly. So again, my best, although he's wearing the Cursed Cold ring instead of the Esoterian one, this one is pretty much just as good as my Esoterian ring. And because Hex is not an Esoterian, I decided to take it out of him so I can give it to my Nastia instead. And then he is wearing the Blightcaller's Claw. Then next is Nastia. She's got the Tear of Twilight, and she's got a broken set, but I just put her with just really strong pieces. So I've got the best Warlord pieces that I have, and then she's got attack bonus as her main stat on all the other pieces, because again she's a poisoner, so it's the most beneficial for her. So I've just got, again, broken pieces that are really good, and then she's got the Esoterian Order ring, that way she can get to her ultimate faster, and this ring is really strong. So yeah, then I'm using Yovar. He has got his exclusive gear, and then this crit rate, crit damage. It's, again, could definitely be rerolled for better, but it is what it is now. And then I put him in an Ancient Wisdom set. I didn't have any tier 2 sets that were like complete and really good for him to put on, but the Ancient Wisdom actually dealt the most damage out of the tier 1 sets, so definitely a really good one for him. And then he is wearing the Spirit Siphon, which is very similar to the Blightcaller's Claw, and I've got it at a level 25 as well, so yeah, it's a really strong one. It just cares about dealing damage to the same enemy consecutively. So on boss stages is great. If there's like enemy waves and whatnot, it's not as good, but it's still really good. I clearly clicked out. Okay, so we've got Moradin next. He is wearing some Whirlwind set. He's actually just focused on attack speed. If I had some better damage dealing set, then I probably would do that for him, but I mean, this still works just fine for him. So attack speed, crit rate, attack, and then this chest plate also has attack speed and crit rate and attack. And then I put him with my Hell's Lament set, since he is a Nightmare Council as well, but he's under the Esoterian Lord right now. So he's wearing my best Hell's Lament. And then this ring is a Nightmare exclusive, which also helps because it's got a chance of dealing extra damage, which is definitely not hurtful. He's got his exclusive, and that's mostly so that, because he's the only one, I believe, that's bringing that vulnerability to physical and magic damage, which again is allowing every other champion to deal more damage. Nastia brings the vulnerability to magic damage as well with her, or no, she does magic resistance reduction, that's what it is. So extra damage from magic champions, which is awesome, and it's the big version. But so is Lyra. I think it's Lyra. She's also bringing that, so yeah, and it's with every basic attack. So I mean, it's not necessary to have it with Nastia, but you know, both of them bringing it is awesome. It makes them both and Hex deal more damage as well. So I'll just show you Lyra's build really quickly. She's got some of my other better Warlord web gear, I guess, in general. So pretty decent. I mean, again, the rolls could be a little bit better for the attack and crit damage, but still not bad. And then I've got her with a Infernal Roar set. So she's got attack bonus with the good stats, and then crit damage with good stats. And she's got a Tear of Twilight. This one's only at level 10 because I'm trying to first max out the one that Nastia has. And then next I've got Elowen. She's my first support champion. She's got the Elysian Epitaph just to help with healings. Her gear, she's wearing this attack speed, attack bonus, and healing effect Warlord piece. And this one's got attack speed, healing effect, and attack bonus. So really good for her. And then she's got a broken set. This one's attack bonus, and it's got healing effect and attack speed. This one is an attack speed main stat with some attack bonus and healing effect. And then a attack bonus, attack speed, rage regen, and healing effect. And it's an Esoterian, so it also makes it so that she can ult fast. And then for the next one, I've got Falcia. I've got her in Wicked Vengeance pieces. They're not like crazy, but they work for her. And then I also have her with Infernal Roar, so she's attack bonus in this one with some good substats. This one's got attack speed. I tried her with the like main attack or crit damage. I don't remember which one it was. But this one had better substats, and her attack speed also really helps her. So it ended up dealing more damage. Unfortunately, I don't have like the best gear for everybody, right? Because I only have so many pieces of gears to complete like a gear set for people. But this is, you know, the best that I could come up with the gear I have. And then crit damage. I wish this was attack bonus as well, because her shields depend on her attack, and then she deals more damage the bigger her shields are. So it'd be best if it was attack percentage, but it still does the job well enough. And then obviously she's wearing her exclusive artifact. And then let's see, so that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the last champion I'm using is Dio-chan. She's got her exclusive artifact, which just makes her get more attack. I'm keeping her in her inspiration side because Elowen is doing well enough of a job healing everybody else, so that just umps my damage more. And I just put her, since she's on her inspiration side, she is not needing attack speed or anything else. So I just put her with the gear that has the most attack bonuses. So there's the Warlord with attack bonus. Here's a Warlord with attack bonus and flat attack. Then I've got this attack bonus with flat attack. It's not the best gears, but it gets the job done right. Attack bonus with flat attack, and then attack bonus with flat attack. It doesn't necessarily matter that it's Infernal Blast, because she's not caring about the Infernal Blast bonus that it gives her. But with those pieces, she is looking at 14,459 attack. So she's giving a decent chunk of inspiration to everybody. I believe, I'm not entirely sure if there's a way to see or not, But I think for sure Nastia should be one of the ones that is receiving the penetration that she can give, because she's got really high attack. I don't know who the next one is, because Hex has got my best attack pieces, but it's like, it's high, but because he's a marksman, it's not as high as it could be. But I do think he might still be the next highest. Yeah, it seems like that. So it seems like Nastia and Hex are the ones that are receiving the, I want to say it's penetration that Dioshan does. Let's see. Continually applies penetration increase to 2 other non-healer allies. Yeah. So their defense and magic resistance penetration. So that's really nice, especially because those 2 are my highest damage dealers overall in this setup. Okay, so here I have the team setup. So Nastia and Yovar are the lords. Nastia has got all of these damage dealers under, Elowin is not a damage dealer, but she's got all of them under her, and Yovar is basically just him and Hex that are getting the lord bonus. I don't necessarily know if Ajax has his Ancient Blood take effect while he's on the party, or if he needs to be summoned for it to take effect, but I have him there just in case. And then Silas really isn't doing anything. I just figured might as well put somebody else that's a piercer. But yeah, I'll go ahead and get it started right now, and then you guys can see how the positionings and all that play out. So here we go, I guess. So I do like to start out the battle with Dioshan out, and I go ahead and click on her ultimate so that she's on her inspiration mode and never touch her again. Then I go ahead and summon my highest damage dealers with Hex and Nastia, and then I'll put Moradin out, I'll put Lyra out, and Falcia, and Yovar, and then last I'll do Elowin, and then I'll start auto-clicking everybody's ultimate as soon as they pop up, obviously ignoring Dioshan's ultimate. But yeah, that's basically gonna be how the run goes for the rest of the battle. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'll just let it run. There we have it, 66,547 damage, Hex dealing the most, and he actually did more damage than when I first did my damage testing on him. I don't know, maybe he just got extra lucky on this one, but that's fine. Lyra did great, Nastia did great, Falcia did, they all did really, really decent damage, especially considering the fact that they are not on their best build, they're just on the builds I was able to put them that I felt did the best for them without, having crazy powerful gear. I've got good gear, but only like some pieces, I feel like. But yeah, they did really well, and they are dealing enough damage where I'm comfortable with of damage. I don't have to worry about accidentally not being able to hit the threshold for Nightmare 4. And the nice thing is that all of them have their gear sets saved now. So whenever I auto battle, it's all saved, and so I can switch the gear around for other areas of the game and not have to worry about clan boss anymore, which is awesome. I also did run them on Nightmare 3 just so that I don't have to worry about that either. But yeah, really, really awesome. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I hope that it helped any of you out there who might have been struggling with clan boss or who have some of these champions and didn't realize the potential that they did have. Yeah, I've definitely had my eyes open on quite a few champions that I never really tested before by doing this experiment. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, let me know if you guys want to see a video on the top 20 worst damage dealers for clan boss, or just a video on the damage for everybody else in clan boss in general. Like I said, I have all that information, so if you guys want to see it, I'm completely okay with sharing that. But yeah, that'll be it. So I'll leave you guys at that, and until the next video, guys, take care.